Oh my goodness! Working my tail off. I got so many things going on. Oh, my glasses are dirty. How can you see through those glasses, man, Zack? Having a little internet issue. Yes, having a little internet issue. I got my Wi-Fi cut off. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. Let me make sure my camera's even working because I've been doing batting down some hatches. Okay. We're going. We're working. All right. So I've been working my tail off. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, did you see that thing I opened up about being the new Dr. Feelgood? Oh, I am. I'm the new Dr. Feelgood, sharing love. My genre, bluesalingus. Yeah, making love to the music, making love to the world with a song. Yeah, if you Google bluesalingus, it's my two favorite parts of two of my favorite things put together and make one word. Bluesalingus. Yeah, and I make love to the music, to the instrument. I put my heart into it, and it comes out. I put my heart into my living space, and it makes it beautiful. I've been working down here. I've been so busy, doing other things since we moved in. I've been busy, and I just kind of threw the room together real quick. I just cobbled a bunch of stuff in the corner, set the camera up, started running my trap, So yeah, today I took a little time for me to buff up the ship. Yes, buff up the ship. So I got the treasure room down here in my wonderful world of symbolism languages. Oh yes, all kinds of, we're gonna get into that. Oh, but I want to talk about being a new Dr. Feelgood. Yeah, sharing my heart with everybody, making everybody feel good, giving us some inspiration, and letting it fire in their heart I promised you about. Yeah, oh, that fire. I am Dr. Feelgood. And it's hyphenated, too. Remember back in the 80s and 90s, when I was a kid, back in the old days, it was always on TV there was always the deal about hyphen names, they were always accenting on that, and people are getting married, but they don't want to lose their name, their bloodline name, their flag on their ship, identifying that that's me, like my flag I wear on my hip. Oh, baby, yeah, that's the flag, let you know I'm the guy. You got a problem? I'm the guy. I can help you. I'll do anything. Yeah, anything. I can do anything. Yeah, anything. Anything worth doing. Yeah, if it's worth fixing, I can fix it. Yeah, if it has a good use, a purposeful use, that actually you get some wealth from. Yes, it's all about wealth building and finding that happiness in your moment. Yeah, the happiness in your moment. And that's how I was so happy when I married my bunkmate in prison, and I got to keep my last name. Oh yeah, it's Feel Good, and it worked out great. It would have been Van Feel Good, but he didn't want anybody to know he was Dutch, so he he left the van down by the river. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he did. Oh, jeez, old Pete's. I'll tell you what. I want to send a shout out to Diley Ridge Medical Center down, I can't remember the name of the little town, but it was New Lancaster, not far between Columbus and Lancaster. And when I made the decision to tie my boots back on tight, pull my pants up where they belong, and clean the dirt off from under my nails, brush my tooth, I was like, yeah, I better just go down to the hospital because I was drinking hard, baby. 2 30-packs of 5.9. Huh? Oh, baby. Oh. It was a real conundrum. Yeah, conundrum. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, but these people, I'll tell you what. I went down there. I made a decision. I need help with detox. Detox sucks. It's hard. You can die from detox. You can have a heart attack. Your body can only handle so much, And when you're like, when you burn up all your fuel, you burn up all your vitamins, you burn up all your energy, you burn up all your spirit, you gotta have a resting time. and in order to nourish your soul, nourish your body, so your organs can function. You know, it's like you see somebody drinking all the time and you're losing weight. Well, yeah, at first it saps your upper body strength, so you can't throw a punch. Yeah, saps your upper body strength. I'll tell you what, try shooting drywall to the ceiling when you're drinking 230 packs of 5.9 a day. I'll tell you what. Oh! Talk about punishment. Yeah, punishment. Yes. Oh, it's terrible. I was working so hard, I didn't even know, I forgot I had 2 hats on because I had my hands full. You know, when you're multitasking, it's all about being proficient, cleaning your house, you know, to clean your house, getting your chores done, getting that garden planted. Yeah, getting that garden planted. So you got to figure out ways of making quick work of it. Yeah, like a fight. Who wants to fight 15 rounds? Yeah, your eye swells up, fills with blood. They got to slice it open with a razor blade, drain 3 quarts of blood out of your head. Yeah, you get real dizzy, you got to sit down. That's why they used to have a 5-gallon pail in the corner. Yeah, remember that time back in the old days when Muhammad Ali was fighting? Muhammad Ali was a big deal. Float like a butterfly, a sting like a bee. Nobody gonna mess with Muhammad Ali. Oh, he was bad. He was bad. My dad was interviewed him on a radio station he worked at. Yeah, he interviewed a lot of people. But yeah, I'll never forget Muhammad Ali. I used to watch him box. Boxing was a great sport for me to watch on TV. I used to love boxing. Yeah, it fulfilled my fantasy of that blocked wish. Yeah, that blocked wish. That you know, having all that anger in there and wishing you could just one time. Oh, man. Yeah, my living room was a boxing ring. Yeah, the living room, or the living room in the house. It looked just like a boxing ring. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it was. It was a boxing ring. Yeah. That's what I love about the way I got my living room set up, and I got that rescued piano bench I rescued out of the devastated house. Yeah, it was just a hunk. It's just a hunk of crap. It ain't worth two bits. To a craft or a woodworker, take some old hunk of crap like that out of the trash. You know, all these people moving in and out of these houses can't pay the rent because they're buying dope and booze all the time. So they keep moving, and they can't take all their stuff with you. Well, I personally, myself, I had like 70, yeah, accurately 70 different addresses. Yeah, throughout my life. Yeah, my entire life, I've got about 70 accurate addresses. I've lived from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, down to Blue Ridge, Georgia, Copper Hill, Tennessee, Tulsa, Oklahoma. The farthest west I ever got was Tulsa, Oklahoma. Used to pick fossils up in the ground. Started finding fossils when I was around 4 years old. Yeah, fossils. Tulsa is a huge fossil bed down there. Yeah, huge fossil bed. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of fossil beds, yeah, Dr. Feelgood, yeah, Mr. Von Feely, he was up in age, you know, which was nice for me because he could never get it up. I get some sleep once in a while, I'll tell you what. It's hard to walk to chow hall when you can't walk very well because your ass is squeaking. Yeah, it is. Yeah. The good old days. Yeah. Big shout out to Dolly Ridge. I don't thank them so much for my sobriety. They treated me like there was 16 people, 16 of them, all women, all shapes, all sizes, all heights, the most beautiful people. There was one man, a nurse. The doctor that treated me, the actual doctor, was a female. The intake lady was a female. And it was I was totally submissive to them. You know, it was very comfortable for me to go in and settle in a group of dominantly female attendants because you know, just something about men. Yeah, something about them. I get along with them. Yeah, they always cite me out because they can tell I have a balance. Yeah, my masculinity and my femininity. Yeah, sometimes you have to be gentle, and I have control of it. Yeah, a lot of guys call you queer and sissy. when when you cried when old Yeller died. Yeah, yeah, old Yeller. Yeah, but yeah, it's been a long day. I had to take Julie all the way out to Defiance to some inept doctor who couldn't, watching Julie literally suffering for 2 years, with that. But yeah, thank God that's over and I'm back home. But I got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ideas today. I did. My brain's been storming since that fire lit my ass. Yeah, somebody started a fire under me. The very first thing this morning. Yeah, it was crazy. Can't comment on your lives in the group because I'm banned. I'm not in it on this Facebook. Oh, good to see you, Jamie. Okay, I understand. I don't have is my Wi-Fi working now? Let me see if my Wi-Fi is working, if I can get in the group. I don't have a monitor, so if you guys are talking to me, forgive me, because I can't read it. I've been having some issues. I have a lack in my security. Yes, I have a lack in my security. I got some security issues. Yeah, which is one of my issues, my personal issues. I'm insecure, very insecure. I need a certain amount of security in order to be able to function. Yeah, and that starts in your home front, having your house established, and being able to function and feel like you're getting something done. Yeah, it's all about being productive, When I clean stuff, house gets all cluttered, crap all over, You come home from work, you have to do a little odds and ends, and things build up in little catch areas, and they become junk collection areas, So you got to use that to your advantage and kind of sort things out. So you got your change in one pile, your drill bit tips in another pile, your mail that you got to sort through. You got that in the pile because you ain't got time to sort through a bunch of junk mail, money beggars and money loans and people trying to give you credit cards and all this nonsense, useless stuff. Yeah, coupons you can't even use at the store for anything you need. Yeah, a bunch of junk you end up throwing in the trash. Yeah, one thing after another. Anyway, forgot what I was talking about. There's a squall up there. Yeah, it's like a war, battlefield. It's all kinds of things crashing together, all kinds of genius things. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But I'm gonna take a break from thinking for a second and share something very beautiful with you. Let me go get it. Yeah, let me go get it. The babies, yeah, the babies. Yeah, the babies. I haven't named them yet, and I have to change. I just got some sawdust, some wood chips and sawdust and stuff. But I've got a female. She's got her little yellow feathers coming, her little soft fuzzies, and she's getting her wing feathers. Yeah, you can see them shooting. They're starting to. There's little sleeves. Quills, feather quills, and her feathers are coming in. And within a few weeks, maybe 2, maybe 3, her beak looks like a big fat sunflower seed. Yeah, and their eyes are open now, so they can see. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna name her yet. And I've got to get bands for their feet. Yeah, so they have identification. Yeah, because you can't go anywhere without your ID. Yeah. And wallets are literally a pain in the rear, ain't they? I can't stand that. My wallet is such a pain in my butt. Especially when you get, tired carrying 50 pounds of tools on your hip all day. And that big fat wallet, and you sit down. It's like sitting on a broken brick on one side. If you're gonna sit on broken bricks, it'd be nice to be balanced. It's all about balance. Yeah. So this is a big boy. Yeah, you look like a little piggy. His feathers are coming out of the. They're starting to shoot out. Yeah, they're gonna be curly. You can see the fuzzies here. These will all be curly. these tips, these all curl up. Yeah, they're called a frill back. And there's feathers on his feet. See where they're starting to come in? Yeah. Yeah, they're very special. And they're symbolic of several things. Yeah, they're symbolic of love and the spirit world. Yeah, the spirit world. Yeah, so that's these guys. Yeah, you guys are okay. Oh, you're getting stinky. Yeah, it's time for Daddy to change the box. So they're doing real good. Yeah, they are. Oh man, I tell you, I've been cleaning. I got this here. This is a contour gauge. I've had it for, I think I might have, I can't tell if I salvaged it out of the fire or not. But it's a contour gauge. And you use it for scribing is what it's for. It's for scribing, you know. Like if I wanted to put a block of wood, if I want to take a block of wood and make it look like I punched my fist through it, I take this contour gauge. You got your taper on there. That's your long point of your cut to cut into the front side of the view. So it's a nice clean meat. And then you want to make sure it's plastic. It's a hunk of crap. Me, I don't use these. As you can see, it's still in the box. Yeah. So then you take that to your board. Well, it's got all the jagged edges on it. It's pixelated. Yeah, it's pixelated. So now you got to draw it anyway. Yeah. No, most guys would just cut it out, you know, the jigsaw, and then get the sander, the Dremel, and all that, and they'd spend, you know, a whole bunch of time doing it. All you need to do is scribe it in. Yeah, with your pencil. Yeah. Yeah, you scribe it in your pencil. Use your finger as a gauge, and you scribe it in. So you take your board, let's say you got so deep, you just scribe it in, and you get an idea where it's going to be at, and you put a rough scribe on there, zip it off, slip it back up in there, secondary scribe. Yeah, so you got your rough draft, and you got your copy, and you redraft. Yeah, and then you fine tune it for that final copy. Yeah, a lot of guys will go through all them 3 steps. Not me. I scribe, I take it, I'll go there and I'll measure it and I'll come and figure out what the deepest distance is, and I'll set my jig. Yeah, you take a jig. So there's a block of wood, measure up 1.5 inches because that's how deep you got to go. You drill a hole in there. So that you can run a rubber band on it. You don't even have to do that. But you measure up 1.5 inches on your pencil if you want to. And you can actually fasten to it and run it around like this. I don't do it that way. I hold the block and the pencil and scribe it together in one sweep. Yeah, it's very simple. Yeah, after you get a little skill in it. But yeah, so this is like 8, 10, 12 bucks, whatever. It's absolutely useless. Yeah. It gets all filthed up and dirt, and then you got the wrench there because it always comes loose. So they're at least smart enough to give you that. Yeah, and you think you're getting something. And it's cool for an entry-level guy. Yeah, it's a good style, little hobby thing. But when you don't have a teacher to show you, somebody to apprentice under, you know, to be a helper, is, you know, that's why God made woman, to be a helper for men. Yeah, to be the helper in the garden of life. They work together. They work together in the garden. Yeah, when you have a helper, you don't need a whole bunch of tools. Besides that, it's a long walk. Yeah, it's a long walk in that big, beautiful garden. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I come up with an idea today. An ingenious idea. Another revolutionary idea. Yeah, because I'm an engineer. That's right. Yeah, you know what it takes to be an engineer? It's like years and years of schooling for some guys. Yeah, remember Abe Lincoln? Yeah. Yeah, so see this plastic? All this plastic piling up in the ocean. Piling up in the ocean. Same plastic you use to put over your plants to incubate your seeds. Creates heat when the sun shines through. Especially if there's moisture under Yeah, it magnifies it. Like 10, 15, 20, depends. Yeah, it depends on how much the wind's blowing that day. All kinds of variables. So my big idea is, the company that made this, for instance, well, they had to make the tool to go in there, the rivet gun, you see. So that means they had to work with the metal. So you know you're running in there, they're using something that's costing them fuel to produce the product. You got to forge the metal. Yeah, you got to forge the metal. Yeah, and smite it. Yeah, you got to smite it. With a hammer. Yeah. Old antique hammer. Shipbuilder's hammer. Yeah, it's not a hammer here. Nope, it's retired. It's a gavel now. Yeah, it's a gavel. Yeah. Yeah, it's a gavel. And I love it. Dug it out of the trash. Yeah, it's worth money. Yeah, I don't know how much. But it's priceless to me. Yeah, it's priceless. Yeah, so anyway, this guy's got to forge the metal. So that means he's got to burn coal. Yeah, because that's what you're digging out of the ground, you find the coal. Oh, so you got to forge the metal. So you're forging the metal. You're producing waste. You always try to figure out what you can do with the waste. You got to find a use for the waste. That's where gasoline came from. Yeah, petrol. Yeah, see, the gas was waste. Yeah, and they were ignorant. Yeah, without teaching, without understanding, without care, most of all, without care. Yeah. So if it was my forge, and it was my trash, I'd look at that forge and look at the fuel supply and figure out, well, first of all, you're always figuring out how to stretch your fuel supply. Always. Always. 55 stays alive, and it's the best fuel consumption. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, best fuel consumption. Not only that, when you're driving 55, you have way greater chance of avoiding hurting the wildlife. Yeah, because the wildlife are running across the road because the guy across the street inherited a piece of property from his grandpa, and grandpa died. Yeah, grandpa died. He gave the kid the hunting cabin. Kid didn't like hunting. Nah, I don't like hunting. He didn't like smell of guts. Yeah, because he didn't have any guts. So he had no clue what guts smelled like. So to him, it's kind of like when you run into a skunk the first time. Or you go to somebody's house and they got like 30 cats that they can't afford to feed. So they let them run around the streets at night to dig through trash cans. Yeah, and bring the rats in. Yeah, because there's trash all over now. Yeah, same thing with people. Yeah, irresponsible people having children, turning them loose in the community, same effect. Just like rats. Yeah, rats can be good because they do eat the trash. Or rats can be bad because they're rooting through the trash. Yeah, yeah, because there's food in there somebody didn't want to eat. Oh, I don't like spinach. You know, they throw it in the trash. Well, the rats are going to get to it. First of all, bears are going to come knock the trash can down because there's no more berries. Yeah, forest is cut down. The guy's got 15 houses built in there because high density residential is very, very profitable. Yeah, yeah. Which takes us back to the forge and the fuel issue. Yeah. See, now in the old days, what you did was with your cattle or your pigs, you took the feed and the grain. So you go and you buy a 50-pound bag of grain. Yeah, well, it costs so much. Well, so you go there and you buy enough for the month. Yeah, you buy enough grain for the month. So you spend a day building a moonshine still. Yeah, a day. So then you take a bag of that grain and you throw it in the bath. Yeah, and you make moonshine out of it. Yeah, and so you make all them bottles of moonshine. And you get enough money out of that one bag of grain, making the moonshine, to buy a whole month's worth of grain. Yeah. Now that's how you save money farming right there. And you turn a profit. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You got to think with your head if you want to make a profit. You have to. Yeah. Especially in this day and age when they're trying to, create new batteries. Yeah, they're inventing these new batteries for us, pushing off these new batteries because, they're trying to sell us batteries so they can build the plant to make the batteries that they got to have to make the equipment work that they're building for themselves. Yeah. So all this plastic's piling up because they're buying my rivet guns to build it. So what I do is I have them ship all the packages back to me. Yeah. Because first of all, a truck's going to come from there to my shop to pick up a truckload of rivet guns. Yeah. So very easy for him to take all that plastic waste, bring it back to me. I take that plastic waste pile and I turn the forge into a melting pot. Yeah, so I re-engineer the system so that I can create my metal from a rivet gun and at the same time melt down the plastic to return it to a material that's handleable to remake plastic. Yeah. Or use my brain just a little bit more and figure out how to put a valve at the bottom with a mold on a big wheel. So I make one pattern and I throw 50 molds on that wheel. Yeah, throw 50 molds on that wheel. Yeah, and then you turn it into like a water wheel type of system. So you got that melted plastic coming out of the vat where I'm making the metal to make the rivet guns. So the plastic's melting down. All the trash and the film and the silt is all, the sludge. Yeah, it's all collecting at the top on the bubbles. So you sift it off because you don't want it to, contaminate your goods. Yeah, you don't want to see little pieces of flakes of crap in there. Yeah, so you run it through a series and it comes out the bottom, the spout, fills the molds, spins the wheel around, and it makes the new package. Yeah. You have to engineer a little bit more, but that's just the rough draft that I just gave you, that I just created out of thin air, like magic. Yeah. It only takes a second to use your head. Just a second. Yeah. But me, I spend all day digging stuff like this out of the trash, just trying to keep up behind my girl when she cleans up. Yeah, yeah. And I got a recycle bin right there. So anyway, I love recycling. My buddy Dale Schwalyer had family, had these kids, and the Schwalyer boys started that out in Jenison, Michigan. Yeah, he was the first one to do that in Western Michigan. I don't know where else they were doing it, but he's the one that's got the trend going, his family. Yeah, they killed him. His brother hired a private eye. Yeah, see, Dale, he used to, was it Dale? So there's Ron Schwalyer and Dale Schwalyer. Anyway, he used to be in the coke business. Yeah, coke business. And he used to buy a lot of coke. He was a coke hound. Yeah. That's how you get into the business. Because you got to sell your coke so you can keep affording it to yourself. So he got into the coke business. He was getting it from the cops. And then he got out of it and he went into flooring. And I worked for him. And one of the compliments he gave me was that I was refreshing to having a job. Yeah, it was refreshing. Yeah, anyway, they found him dead between two big snowbanks at the in the parking lot of Sensations Titty Bar at the big mall. His brother hired a private eye, and he did an investigation, and he came back, and he said, unless you want to end up like your brother, I'd leave it alone. Yeah. Yeah, he was a very, very, very good, he was my brother. Yeah, he was family. Yeah. Yeah. So, I've been thinking, like to think, and I like to go out in the community too and see who else is thinking. So I go to this place called Unison Health, and because I'm sitting here on a ship No pigeons coming in. Yeah, I got no contact, no reports. Waiting and waiting. Yeah, so I go out in the community and I decide, well, I'll go down to the mental health department and I'll establish some communication with another guy and start talking to him, see what he knows. So I've been observing him, you know, and he's a good listener. Yeah, he's a good listener. But I found an opportunity to coach him. Yeah, go out and coach him and give him some pointers on being more effective to execute his position that he fulfills. Yes, and I do it because I feel like it's the right thing to do in my heart because I'm trusting my journey. Yeah, I'm trusting my journey. Julie got me this bracelet, and it's got a compass on it. Yeah, it's got a compass on it, and some very nice stones. And it's you know, it's like this bracelet, this rose quartz bracelet, and you know, it's a reminder. You know, when you get overwhelmed and you see that glance of the corner of your eye. You know, when you're without hope, and you know, when you lose your faith. You know, and when you see that, it's a little positive thing. You know, and it's nice to have, but it's just costume jewelry for me. I wear it just a little bling. But you know, when your heart's full and you're happy in your moment, you don't need that reminder because you're so happy you didn't stop to think that you were just stepped on a nail. You're probably gonna get infection and end up with gangrene. Yeah, because you're 30 miles from town on foot because you can't afford to put the gas in the car. Yeah, trust your journey. You have to trust your journey. There's so many things I want to share with you guys. Yeah, there's so many things. I have a whole bunch of things to share with you. And I can't wait to get them all out. Let's see if I can play a song. I haven't played guitar in days. I need to practice because somebody might come along and demand I perform. Yeah. And I love an audience. I do my best work with an audience. I love people watching me work. And, you know, I was watching me work, watching the shows, the last few shows we did, this American Makeover thing, this Asshole 101. And I'll tell you what, that little thing we did this morning, I don't want to meet that guy on the street. I'll tell you what, I was scared for a second there. Yes, I was. I was like, who is that? Oh, I must have been mad. Yeah, but that was just a peek at it. Just to let you know it's there. Yeah, it's just a peek at it to let you know it's there. I'll tell you what, a little display like that at the house, just once. And that kid won't be telling you what he likes and don't like when you sit down to eat something at the table. Yeah, and you can't afford the food to begin with. That's right. Law and order. I think I'm going to pitch to Bassmaster, see if I can get him to sponsor me. Everywhere there's trash for sale. Oh, rusty nail. Oh, a hole in your pail. Oh, working with a snail. squirrels. All the boys and girls. Oh, hear my heart. Oh, it fell apart. But I fixed it. Deer in the weeds. Chewing and looking at me. Oh, raccoon. Oh, baby, what we gonna do? We gotta fix it. We gotta do it before it gets too late. Expiration dates. Oh, we gotta sell baths. You can't eat that, the date's bad. Give that beer to the neighbor, it's old. Oh, the cheese in the trash. Piece of my cow's ass. Oh, it ain't so bad. Pay that. That was magical. If you want to call it magic. Oh, right there's a little peek of the power of Mad Zack. I got the spirit, baby. I got the spirit. And I'm so happy, ecstatic. Piled over with chores. Jam piled. I got every football player on top of me in the whole damn both teams. Yeah, my team. My team on top of me. Yeah, and the other guys too. That we're playing against. Yeah, it was like that all through school. They had a kid they killed on the football field in my school. Broke his back. His name was Lemieux. Can't remember if it was Mario. It was, no. Mario Lemieux? It was Mario Lemieux. Yeah. His family had a little bit of money, and we were a poor hick town, farmers and stuff, and the kids were teasing them and singled them out. Like they singled me out. They were always trying to get me to play football, trying to get me in the weight room, go in the weight room, and they'd try and hurt me on the weight, and lifting weights, they'd try to set me up to be seriously injured. Yeah, you have to be careful. People aren't your friends. You gotta know who your teammates are. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Anyway, that's a little peek inside on Mad Zack's magic hat. That's right. Yeah. Oh, man. I got so many things I want to share with you guys, but I got so many things to do. Anyway, I think that was an awesome song. I can't wait to watch the show and see how many times I made myself look like an idiot. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Glad to have you guys out there. So happy. You guys are really inspiring for me to see you out there. And it makes me feel so good being able to be here to share some of this wonderful energy that God's given me to try and share with you. And I am just beside myself. Yeah, just beside myself. Yeah. Maybe I should get 2 chairs. That way I can have a place to sit next to me. Yeah. Let's see. I've been watching on my main account and I've been able to comment. Sally May. Sally May. It's so nice to have you, Sally. I love you so much. I found one of your accounts in the group that would work. Smoke me to God, everybody. Yeah, Mad Zack's getting ready to make another try. I'm gonna make another try. I think I got it now. I think I gotta drop this stuff like a bad habit that it really is, yeah. Why do I smoke those? They make me choke so. You'd think I get sick of hacking up spit, but I cough up a longer and then light another. If I could take a look instead of a toke, they're turning my lungs into black and burnt toast. Don't forget all that dough I spent. Also bought my appetites. Yeah, maybe that's why my lady's unhappy. It's just a little dick anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I'm so excited, guys. We are on the forefront of being the change. Yes, I think this program, you guys witnessed it. I come up with a sound, comprehensive class. I've been reviewing the material. This is the cure. I have the cure. Yeah. In my little engineering demonstration I just made, I have the revolutionary ideas. Revolutionary. I know everybody loves that word. Yeah. I'm crazy on Mad Zack. I got a ton of work to do. I got to care for my pigeons, get them some fresh bedding so they can stay healthy. Nobody likes to sleep in a dirty bed. Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants to sleep in a dirty bed. God doesn't want you to sleep in a dirty bed either. Yeah. Plus, yeah, you don't want to get your food dirty. Yeah. Because everybody eats in bed. Yeah, that's why the bed's so dirty. Anyway, yeah, I had some fun. I had a great time, guys. I don't know where that come from, but yeah. Yeah. It's one of those situations. That's a perfect example. Yeah, it's one of those situations where, sometimes they talk about the footprints in the sand. Remember that plaque on the wall you see in his garage sale? The footprints in the sand. It's just 2 sets of footprints walking in the sand, and then all of a sudden, there's an area where it's just 1 set of footprints. Yeah, and the guy and the guy says, that's odd. He says, how does the footprints disappear? The waves don't even get up that far. And I had to explain it to him. I did. I had to explain it to him. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the guy's like, old enough to know about it. You know, everybody should know. You know, the old parable about, you know, when Jesus is walking with you and comforting you and helping build your confidence in yourself and restoring your love and giving you that inspiration, that little pep talk that you need to get through that hard day. Yeah, and that was a great example of the footprints in the sand. Yeah, so I don't know if there's 2 sets of footprints on that song or if it was just one. But that was awesome. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that again. Oh, man. That was magic right there, baby. Magic. Speaking of magic, I wish I'd get a pigeon from AD. But that's why I got to go back to work. I got to get the pigeon loft ready for reception. Yes, I do. I'm trying to get into ship shape, baby. Ship shape. Nothing but the best for my crew. Yeah, I'm crazy old mad Zack, here to be the change, make a difference, and put that love back in your heart and a smile back on your face. But I'll tell you what. Yeah. Nothing like going to the store, getting your groceries, and being all happy and on top of the world. And then you get up to the register, and there's some lady sitting there, and she's got the grimace on her face. Because you know how it is when you're standing there, working all day. Imagine standing there at the cash register, and you kind of bent over just a little bit, because you're always reaching stuff, you know, and that strain on that lower back, just like it says in the Bible, you know, about working the dirt. He says, yeah, your back's going to hurt, and you're going to work the dirt, you know, but I'm going to provide and always take care of you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's sad. I make it a point always to try and talk to people when I'm at the grocery store, going through the checkout, you know, just to kind of share just a little glimmer, let them see a little shiny thing. Yeah, that shiny thing, that shiny thing in life, that wanting, the black pearl. Yeah, oh baby. Peace, love. Remember, who cares? Yes, I care. Yeah, I don't care what you call me. That's how much I care. Yeah. See, care goes both ways. Yeah. Oh man, Zack's so nutty. Anyway, peace out, guys. Where's my camera messed up? No battery anymore. It was working.